Hi guys, it's Jelly from Feeling Jelly Arts here, and this time around we are heading to Kotae Expo. It's only 1 week left to go, so let's go! So before we start talking about Kotae Expo, there are two things I just have to get out of my chest because I'm just super excited. And the first one is that I just yesterday got the news that I was accepted into Desucon Frostbite Artist Alley, and I have to say that that is probably the most difficult convention to get accepted to. I heard that this time around they had almost 200 applicants, which is crazy, and I did manage to get myself a Saturday table, so good job me. The other big thing here in Finland, even though we are currently in the dark month of November, we have just received snow, which is both a blessing and a curse if you are an Artist Alley artist. Of course, snow makes the world a whole lot more bright. It is great. I usually suffer from this depression from the dark time of the year, and it is especially bad here in November, but the snow makes life just a little bit easier in that sense. And as an artist, it makes life a bit worse as snow makes it harder to pull suitcases, and I'm just super happy that we are going with my car to Kotae Expo this time around. It saves me the hassle of public transport and also the extra pain of the snow. Since I basically just finished Shumikon Shoppu, I have not taken out everything from my suitcases, and instead I have just repacked kind of slowly along last week, and now everything is ready on that front. I still have to make some ad about my booth. I kind of wish that I could have made like a little short video of everything that is new, but since everything is already packed in my bags, I just don't feel like taking everything apart again just for a little video, so instead it's just gonna be like this little ad story post instead. Aside from that, I am basically ready to head out to the convention. I still need to just refill the batteries on some of my appliances that I am going to need over there, but other than that, it's like just waiting for the convention to happen. This is the second year of Kotae Expo, and last time around they were taking place the busiest convention season, basically summer. They did decently for their attendee count, but just being smack dab middle in the convention season, I think we vendors experience some kind of low in the sales. They also have so many vendors that can also be part of it, but I think that now being placed here at the end of November, it is the Christmas shopping season, and it is like one of the only few major events this time of the year, so I am hoping, fingers crossed, that this is a good show this year. It was really promising last year as well, so I'm really hoping that it just keeps improving. So let's make the little ad for the event and let's go! And here is the end result. I have added my little logo and also my table placement, and I guess this is ready to post. It is now Wednesday, We have 2 more days until Kotae Expo, and I just have to say that I really don't feel like it is a convention week, since I don't have much to prep, and also I'm just really feeling tired and unmotivated all the time now. I think it has something to do with the dark times here in Finland. Even though it snowed, it hasn't helped any. So just feeling tired all the time is super annoying when I'm usually a really driven person. I also feel like there's some kind of fatigue setting in. I have done my absolute best to grow my small business this year in the hopes of becoming a full-time artist, but I have been also working full-time at another job this whole time, and also I've studied really hard, furthering my own education. I just recently graduated on a master's level, and I'm really happy about that, but it has just taken such a huge toll on me doing all of these things all at once. I do also have my martial arts club, and I have done voluntary work to organize some events, and now I just feel like I have to chill out and just focus on myself for once in a while, and after this event I guess I have to really decide what I want to do in the near future. So on a much brighter note, the plan for the weekend is that on Friday I will be picking up my assistant after work, and we are heading out to Tampere to do the setup. This time around my assistant is there mostly to help me with the drive, the setup and the takedown, and also helping me take some bathroom breaks. But other than that, I'm not tying them down to my table and instead letting them roam free during the convention. They are a new assistant for me, so let's hope that they catch on quickly about the setup and that they actually hold their promise to visit my table every once in a while to help me take some breaks. There are also others in this house who are super tired. Hey Mohi. It is now Friday, finally, day 0, and I'm right now on my lunch break, and I still have 1 more hour left of the workday, and then I can finally just pack the car and head out to Kotae Expo. I am kind of getting pre-convention jitters right now, so that is always a good sign for me. If I am not feeling nervous at all, it doesn't usually feel like a convention at all. I was hoping for a clear weather because it sucks to be driving when it snows, especially after dark, but it is unfortunately snowing today. It takes us 4 hours to drive to Tampere from where I live, and I just know that it's gonna get dark before we reach the venue, even though we are leaving really early. But it is not this drive that I'm worried about. Instead, it is the Sunday drive, because it's gonna be dark and most likely snowing the entire way home. And you just have to be much more aware, much more careful when driving in the dark, and also when it's snowing, it limits the vision quite a lot, so it gets even worse, I guess. But yeah, no use worrying about Sunday yet. Let's do this convention first. And here is all of the stuff that I'm taking with me. The 2 suitcases, the cardboard boxes, also the tote bag, and of course all of the pillow filling that I still have left from the past conventions. I also have my personal belongings in a pack bag, and I have some more filling already packed in the car, because even though it looks like there's a lot of it here, actually it can be quite little, only enough to fill a few pillows, because the cotton really likes to take in some air and spread out, so I think it's actually not that much. So now I'm off to finishing the last meeting of the day, and then I'm packing the car, driving to get my assistant. We are heading to Tampere and then doing the setup, and that's it for the day. Tomorrow is day one, so let's go. He doesn't care that I'm leaving home. Oh, he does. He does. No, a good boy. Good boy, Mahu. Phew, the car has been packed, and now let's head out. Weather is actually decent. Yay, let's go. We have just arrived. It was a long drive, and as you can see, it's already dark outside, but now we are doing the setup. Yeah. This is our placement for the weekend. Let's set up. And it's finished. We used every square inch that we have. Basically, things are not where they used to be. Oh, damn, the bag. Yep. I had to put my bookmarks up there, and the fabric patches are here next to the sticker books, and I had to drop out one of my pin boxes, but I squeezed the pins in this tray. And yeah, at least I have the magnets up here again, and I think we did a pretty solid job. So now we are packing and heading to the accommodations. So, bye. Good morning, it is now day one, and look at the sun shining. I have a feeling that this is gonna become a great day. I am now heading out to the convention scene, and I am a bit early maybe, but I just didn't want to stay in the accommodations to bother my helper. They were still sleeping, so I just wanted to let them sleep. We agreed that they can come to the venue later. It is only a walking distance, so that works perfectly. Now we are heading to the venue. Okay, so I'm here, and I already changed into my yukata for today. And I just have to say that the stage is being really loud, so I hope that I can hear my customers this weekend. The stage is basically right here behind me, and yeah, I think you can hear it too. I still have about an hour before we open the vendor hall, so I'm just gonna go walk around the show. Okay, so the table is ready since yesterday, and I'm not making any changes. Now we're just waiting for the opening time. I did run some errands and checked out the other hall. There were some interesting games, and I think I would like to play some this weekend, but I don't know if I have any time for that. So now we just wait for opening. Okay, so in about 3 minutes we are opening, and there is a bit of a queue back there, and I hope there's a queue also at the other door, but let's see how the day goes. Let's go. Okay, we are now 1 hour into the show, and it was a lot more intense than I imagined. the sales are going great. We are now 3 hours into the show and we have surpassed last year's Kotae Expo Saturday sales, so it's going great. It has been so busy that I have not been able to vlog, and I almost accidentally lost my microphone, so luckily I found it. This is the back of the booth. It is once again super messy. It is now about 3 p.m. and since the cosplay competition started, it has slowed down quite considerably. People are luckily still walking around, but as you can maybe hear on the background, it's loud. So annoying. But yeah, still doing decently. It has now slowed down. It's almost 5 p.m. and there's way less people walking around, and so I am also sitting down right now. I've been trying to eat every once in a while, but it has been quite busy, so we have about 2 more hours left of the day and we are almost at the sales numbers of the entire weekend of last year, and that is just wonderful news. We have sold one of everything except for the tote bags. Once again, they are being a drag. I think there are 2 unwritten rules for vending at conventions. First one being that if you start eating, people are gonna arrive to your table, and the second one is that if you start to organize your table, if there's even one person standing in front of the table, there's gonna be a rush. So others are gonna come if there's just one person in front of the table. And I've tested both of those rules today, and they seem to still be applying. Good morning. It is now day 2 and the last day, and with a heavy sigh, I feel tired. I left my helper back at the accommodation to sleep. They have to leave the room by 12, but I have to be here by 10, so it was quite an easy decision to make. It has rained throughout the night, so everything has just become super slippery. Especially I think it is dangerous for all the cosplayers because they are wearing unconventional shoes anyways. But yeah, just have to watch out, and that's the kind of thing that I hate with winter conventions. The weather can be super unpredictable and anything can basically happen. It can go from snow to slush to really dangerous slippery ice really soon. But yeah, now we are heading to the event. I just want to show some things at the table when we get there. And here is the booth this morning. The hall is still quite quiet. It has already shifted within the last 5 minutes. There are already so many people walking around. And just when I want to talk about how it went yesterday and what was the best sellers, the music started again. The 3 best sellers of yesterday was easily the Kachiakita Rudo one. From the pillows, I sold most Hoshinas from Kaiju number 8, and the best-selling charm was easily, where is he? Levi from Attack on Titan. So these 3 fandoms basically carried my day yesterday. I heard that unfortunately not everyone had such a great day yesterday. A lot of people had really mixed reviews. Some had passed their last year's numbers just like I did, and some had really less of sales, like massively less. So it's a kind of strange convention. I guess that's just a proof that there may be too many sellers here in the event, or it might be something else, like this is just not the crowd for their products. I think there is kind of a nice variety of different kind of vendors in this event, There are a lot of artist vendors. There is the artisan area and also the artist alley. And I see also some artists as actual vendors with a larger booth space. Yep. So in 15 minutes we open. I hope that the music ends by that time. And then we are open. We are now 1 hour into the show, and as expected, it has been super slow. Sunday mornings be like that, but in the last few minutes, I have seen a bit increase in visitors walking around, so that's kind of nice. And despite it being super sluggish, we have reached the last year's number. We have now about 1.5 hours left, and it has been super slow, but steady. At least that's what I can say. Okay, it is now 4 p.m, so we started taking down the setup already. And it's empty. Bye. Now let's go home. It has now been a few days since Kotae Expo, so let's talk about it. Despite the crappy weather, I feel like I really enjoyed everything else, or most everything else, about the convention. The only downside was the loud music that was playing the entire weekend, and actually the fact that it felt like it was the same few songs over and over again. Aside from that and the bad weather, I feel like most rest of the convention was great. I feel like the person responsible for us artisans was really doing their best. It seems that it was their first time being artisan coordinator or whatever the title in English would be, and they really went around asking if we are fine, if we need anything. They even tried to make the music a bit quieter at the stage that was behind us, and I think overall they did a great job. I also liked how we organized everything with my helper this time around. They could help me with all of the stuff that I usually struggle with, basically the helping with the long drives and also doing the setup with me so that it takes less time from me. And they could still enjoy the convention. They are quite young, so I totally understand that they still want to take part in the convention itself. And I just feel like I could really handle all of the sales on my own. It wasn't that busy, except for the first hour of Saturday. That was like the busiest time of the convention, maybe the first 2 hours, I guess. And yeah, aside from that kind of rush, I felt like I really could take my time with all of the customers, even though my helper wasn't actually helping me with the sales. Especially thanks to this being a slow convention, sales-wise, I really feel like I got to really enjoy the heartwarming conversations with you guys, and I just feel like I was once again part of all of these fandoms. Like we could share the love for all of the same characters. Especially I feel like this time around Kachiakuta, Kaiju number 8 and Attack on Titan fans really came through at my table. You guys are crazy. You guys really love all of the characters, and I just feel like we could hype all of these characters all together. So I just really have to thank all of you guys. Whenever you come and chat with me at the convention, you are making my week, you are making my day, you are making my, basically the convention itself for me. Whenever you say something nice about my art or just fun or some favorite character that I've drawn, I really hold those comments close to my heart, and I am so thankful for all of those comments, especially during a time like this when winter is coming and it's so depressing with all of the darkness. I'm just really happy that you guys are supporting me in whatever way you feel like is good for you, whether you buy something or not, it doesn't matter. Just the fact that you visited me, just the fact that you checked out my stuff and said something nice, it really means a lot to me. Sales-wise, Kotae Expo was a bit slow, not as bad as the previous two events, though the total sales were about 2,400 euros, and after reducing all of my costs, the final profit is about 1,400 euros, so that is definitely not bad. It could be better, but it is still decent. Like I said in the video, we did surpass last year's numbers, so that is always great. I have to say that in this convention, despite it feeling like really Kachiakuta heavy sales-wise during the convention, the actual sales came from really varied sources. There wasn't actually any specific highlight aside from maybe the Rudo standee that I sold a few of. Aside from that, everything else was quite evened out. From the fandoms, I still think that Kachiakuta, Attack on Titan, Frigiren, maybe Demon Slayer sold the best as like single fandoms to mention. And the reason for that, I guess, is the fact that no other vendor had any of these series. Some people even said that they had looked through the entire convention just trying to find any Attack on Titan stuff, and it seemed that my table was the only one, so I think that is one of the reasons why that fandom especially sold well. Kotae Expo is, or was, the last convention of the year for me, so instead of making this whole year recap video like I did last year, I just want to talk quickly about my year this year also in this video. This year I did a whopping 13 conventions, and I was really trying to drive the business, trying to see if it is, or if it has a potential to become a full-time business venture instead of a side hustle. And even though I worked really hard, and it has been really a tough year, unfortunately it doesn't seem like I can do this full-time yet. I don't say it's impossible in the future, but right now it doesn't look like the profits are growing as fast as the amount of effort is growing. So I've had a really tough year. I've been working all the time. Running a small business like this art kind of business is not just about drawing. You have to also keep marketing yourself. You have to keep applying for events, keep making products, keep making new products. Also, I'm also doing my own bookkeeping, and yeah, I also have my full-time job, and I also did a lot of studies this year. I did get a master's degree, so it has been a lot of work, and I feel kind of burnt out right now. So next year I really want to chill out with doing conventions. I maybe will choose 8-ish favorite conventions that I really want to do, and I will keep doing conventions, so don't worry, but I just have to cut down a bit. But I think next year will show what really happens. I might go crazy again and do a bunch of conventions out of the blue, but I really think that I will need to be smart this time around and pick and choose the ones that I want to do. Luckily, I can already announce my next convention. It is at the end of January next year. I will be doing Desucon Frostbite Artist Alley on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to doing Desucon Frostbite again. It is one of my favorite conventions. Actually, despite last year's or this year's sales not being that great. I am especially happy about being on the artist alley this time around again, because I think it is a much busier spot than the vendor hall, and also I really want to do this convention as a visitor as well. So let's see you guys next time around in Desucon. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, or check out my other socials down below, and see you next time.